On April 13, 1919, a day that began like any other in Amritsar, India, would end etched in the annals of history. It was the day of Baisakhi, a joyous harvest festival. Thousands of people, unaware of the impending doom, flocked to Jallianwala Bagh, a public garden enclosed by walls. They came to celebrate, to socialize, oblivious to the dark clouds gathering overhead. The festive atmosphere, filled with laughter and chatter, was soon to be brutally silenced. What followed was a monstrous act of violence that shook the very foundations of the British Raj. Jallianwala Bagh became a symbol of colonial brutality, a stark reminder of the price Indians were made to pay for their freedom. This is the story of the Jallianwala Bagh Massacre, a tale of tragedy and triumph, of resilience and the indomitable spirit of a nation yearning to break free. To understand the massacre, we must turn back the clock to the years leading up to 1919. India, under British rule, yearned for independence. The First World War had just ended, and Indians, who had fought alongside the British, returned home with hopes of greater autonomy. These hopes were dashed by the repressive Rowlatt Act, which gave the British government sweeping powers to arrest and detain anyone suspected of sedition. The act sparked widespread outrage and protests across India. Gandhiji, the leader of the growing independence movement, called for peaceful demonstrations against this draconian law. The city of Amritsar in Punjab became a hotbed of these protests. The British administration, threatened by this growing dissent, responded with even greater force, further fanning the flames of discontent. On that fateful Baisakhi day, as people gathered in Jallianwala Bagh, Brigadier General Reginald Dyer, a British military officer, marched his troops into the garden. Armed with rifles and a burning rage, Dyer ordered his men to open fire on the unarmed, unsuspecting crowd. The narrow exits of the Bagh were blocked, leaving the people trapped, with nowhere to escape the relentless hail of bullets. For 10 long minutes, the air was filled with the deafening sound of gunfire and the screams of innocent men, women, and children. Over 1,000 people were killed, and countless others were injured. The ground of Jallianwala Bagh was stained red with the blood of innocent victims. Dyer's actions, a chilling display of barbarity, sent shockwaves across India and the world. The Jallianwala Bagh Massacre was a turning point in India's struggle for independence. The sheer brutality of the event, the cold-blooded murder of innocent civilians, exposed the true face of British rule. The massacre ignited a firestorm of anger and resentment across India, galvanizing the independence movement. The massacre became a rallying cry for freedom fighters, fueling their resolve to overthrow the oppressive British Raj. It shattered any illusions of British benevolence and highlighted the urgent need for self-rule. Jallianwala Bagh was not just a tragedy, it was a catalyst, a turning point in India's long march to freedom.